Imagine you're a cattle producer and it's payday. All year long you've been waiting for this single day to market your calves at the local sale barn. Your cattle sell great and you walk away with a paycheck in hand and a spring in your step. As you walk back to your truck, an empty stock trailer, you hear a noise coming from the trailer. You look inside and stand completely dumbfounded. Inside this trailer stands not one, but two very thin, very weak, and very old horses. You think there must have been some kind of mistake and walk back into the sale barn to see whose trailer these horses really belong in. But as you soon find out, no one knows anything about these horses. And as it becomes clear that you've been dumped on, your perfect day has been ruined. This real-life story happened just 50 miles from our school. This story highlights the huge problem of the management of the horse population in America. The problem is we have no place to go with useless horses. Horse abandonment is just one of the many problems that has stemmed from the closing of horse slaughter facilities in the United States. Early in the 1970s, the United States began processing horses for human consumption. However, this meat was not sold in the United States, but was shipped directly to foreign countries. In countries in Europe and Asia, horse meat is considered a delicacy and has been consumed for hundreds of years. By the 1990s, 16 slaughterhouses were operating in the United States. But in 1998, California became the first state to ban horse slaughter. Kathleen Doyle was the leader of the Save the Horse rally, which contributed majorly to the California ban and started a nationwide movement against horse slaughter. Many states are now putting bans of slaughter into law. As of 2006, there were only 3 remaining slaughterhouses in the United States. 2 of the 3 remaining plants were located in Fort Worth and Kaufman, Texas. These 2 Texas plants were forced to shut down when a law made in 1949 was upheld by a Circuit Court of Appeals. The last remaining slaughterhouse was located in DeKalb, Illinois, but was also forced to shut down when a law was passed to end horse slaughter. There is not currently and never was a federal ban on horse slaughter. However, in 2007, the United States government eliminated the funding for horse slaughter inspections. Without money for inspections, slaughter facilities could no longer sell or export the meat that they were processing. The duration of the ban lasted for 5 years, being lifted in the fall of 2011. Current states are putting bans of slaughter into law as of now. As of 2012, California, Florida, Illinois, and Texas have all banned horse slaughter. Between the years of 2006 and 2010, the amount of American horses exported increased by 148% to Canada and a staggering 660% to Mexico. The problem that we have with shipping these horses to Canada and Mexico is Mexico's slaughtering facilities. These slaughter facilities operate under very few, if any, regulations. Abuse and unsafe conditions are common in Mexico. So ladies and gentlemen, what is the destiny for American legends, our American legends, horses?
Where's there to go with the numerous lame, old, and neglected horses? Horses with joint issues and foundered hooves are useless because they can no longer be ridden. And with the drought that hit the Midwest in 2012, hay prices have skyrocketed. Horse owners are finding it increasingly challenging to properly care for their horses. You can find horses that are so thin, you can clearly see their ribs, and their hip bones are protruding outwards from their body. You see, horse slaughter provides a much-needed part of the horse industry.
There has got to be an alternative to just killing horses needlessly. It could be just like a cat or a dog. Rather than letting the animal suffer and endure pain, just let it be quietly put to sleep. Horses are companion animals. There are people and places that will take these horses. Places like the Hyde Sanctuary and the Black Hills of South Dakota serve an important role for wild horses. Why won't this concept work for tame horses?
Without slaughtering facilities, we have many cases of horse abandonment, and things can only get worse. In western states, some horses have been released to roam freely, mainly because horse owners could no longer afford to feed them. In a case just 20 miles from our school, near Plymouth, Nebraska, a man could no longer afford to feed 40-some horses. He just walked away. He now faces several charges of abuse and neglect.
I believe horse slaughter is actually the most humane way to handle unwanted horses. Why let horses starve to death? The drought in the summer of 2012 prohibited hay crops from producing their usual harvest. Many local farmers reported having half their usual yield of hay crop. This resulted in the current high hay prices, which are at least double over what they were last year. In an already struggling horse market, horse owners found another obstacle standing in their way, trying to find hay to feed these horses. Larry Junker, owner of the Fairbury Livestock Auction Barn, foresees next year being even harsher on the average horse owner if the moisture does not start accumulating soon.
Studies show that 90% of U.S. population is opposed to horse slaughter. The American public thinks it is just plain wrong, and I do too. Horses are like dogs or cats. They are companion animals. We do not eat dogs or cats. Why would we eat horses? If other countries want to consume horses, then they should produce their own horses for slaughter. In America, it is just plain wrong to consume horse meat.
I believe we should allow for horse slaughter because there are people in other countries who are starving. They are thrilled for this food source. And in the continent of Europe and the countries of Asia and Mexico, horse meat is considered a delicacy and has been consumed for over hundreds of years. It is high in protein and very lean meat. You see, we should allow for horse slaughter in the U.S. Even if we don't eat this meat here, we can ship it to other countries and save human lives.
I am against horse slaughter because many of the horses we are talking about just need a job to do. Many of these horses could be used in handicapped activities for handicapped individuals. Recreational centers are yet another option for unwanted horses. Owners could donate their unwanted horses to these activities. You see, it's a win-win situation. Horses get to live out a long, productive life while helping humans in need, or those just seeking enjoyment. There are plenty of options for unwanted horses.
One of the reasons that I'm opposed to horse slaughter is because of the serious problem of drugs and drug withdrawal. In animal agriculture, livestock producers are prohibited to sell animals with drugs in them. There are no guidelines set for horses. Tests for the effects that the meat has if consumed by humans are not veterinarian-backed.
Horses are an important part of agriculture and need a place to salvage animals. Look at the beef industry. When cows have matured beyond their usefulness, they are sold and processed into meat products. So it's okay for some animals to be slaughtered, but not others. Let's be realistic. We need to allow and regulate horse slaughter.
It is immoral and inhumane to slaughter horses. Horses are God's creatures. They were not created to be food. I wonder how some of you can sleep at night knowing that innocent animals are being slaughtered. Animals have rights and they feel pain just like humans. Everyone here keeps referring to it as horse slaughter, but with cattle and swine, it is referred to as processing. The name is enough to alert people of the wrong being done. People that worked at the horse slaughtering plant say that the incoming horses could smell the blood of the animals that have already had their throats slashed. These horses desperately try to escape with fear in their eye, only to be the next victim of man's madness. Horse slaughter is inhumane.
Horses are American legends. They helped to build this country. They brought us to where we are today. Horses feel pain just like humans and should not have to go through the suffering often inflicted upon them in slaughtering facilities. No animal should have to suffer pain like that.
The lack of horse slaughter has greatly affected the horse market. Horse slaughter provided a base for the horse market. Horse slaughter was like the gold backing of a dollar. An average untrained horse was easily worth $600. Now, you look on the internet and people are trying to give away their horses for free. At a recent horse sale, 9 horses did not even get a bid. I've been riding horses my entire life, and I have never seen the horse market at such a low. We need to allow for a horse slaughter in the United States. It could bring much needed jobs and support local struggling economies. The horse industry is a big business in the United States, totaling in at almost 7 million horses. Horse owners are finding it difficult to find a place to go with animals that are lame, useless, or no longer able to be ridden. Currently, there is no horse slaughter able to be in the United States. Those 4 horse slaughter claim
Horse slaughter gives us a place to go with unwanted horses.
Horse slaughter would reduce the problems with horse abandonment.
horse slaughter is much more humane and provides less suffering to the horses.
Worldwide, there's a demand for horse meat products.
Horses are an industry we can truly make money off of.
The lack of horse slaughter has greatly affected the horse market. Those against horse slaughter say,
there are many alternatives to horse slaughter.
90% of U.S. population is opposed to horse slaughter.
Horses that would be sent to slaughter still have a useful life.
There are no guidelines in place for food safety and drug withdrawal.
Horse slaughter is inhumane and morally wrong.
No animal should have to suffer pain like that inflicted in a slaughtering facility.
the story we presented at the beginning of this truly shows what horses in America face. You see, horses really do have an uncertain destiny. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think should be the destiny of our American legends? Horses. Should there be horse slaughter in the United States? Thank you.